What a wonderful day to be a Michigan Wolverine. What an awesome day to be a Michigan Wolverine. Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan program finally got the 8-year monkey off their back. Michigan went Saturday at the big house. The biggest atmosphere when it comes to football. Michigan went to play the Buckeyes at the big house. Prior to the game, they only gave Michigan a 38% chance to win. 38%. And gave Ohio 62% chance to beat us, to beat Michigan. So the game started at 12:15. Kickoff was at 12:15. Whoever thought that Michigan was going to hit them in the mouth? Michigan hit them in the mouth. Oh, let me say this before I continue with this video. This is Harry Bryant back again with a post-game video. I am so freaking geeked right now that Michigan finally beat Ohio State. We finally beat the Buckeyes after 8 years of not being able to beat them. Oh my gosh. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So anyway, 12:15 kickoff. Whoever thought that from the gate that Michigan was going to start hitting them in the mouth? And I'm telling you, Michigan did everything. They executed everything perfect. Except for that one play that Cade McNamara threw that pick and the Buckeyes intercepted the ball and they did a scoring drive off of that pick. But other than that, Cade McNamara, that he did what he needed to do to ensure that he did not cause this team to lose the game, that he did not cause Michigan to lose. So Cade McNamara, he threw the ball a couple times to our wide receivers and they caught it. But oh my gosh, let me tell you about our running backs. Let me tell you about Blake Corum when he ran for almost, I think he ran 50 yards. He almost would have made the touchdown. But if he was 100%, Blake Corum would have went to the house. It would have been an automatic touchdown. But man, Blake Corum made that one, maybe he made 2 plays. But the star of that offense was Hassan Haskins. This man, he didn't score not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 touchdowns against the number 2 team in the country. This man scored 5 touchdowns in one game. 5 touchdowns. Ohio, they didn't expect that Michigan was going to be successful with the ground game the way it was. Man, Ohio couldn't do anything with our running backs that game. Man, our running backs gave the Ohio State defense the offense all game long. They could not stop Hassan Haskins to save their life. They could not stop Hassan Haskins. They could not stop him. They could not stop Hassan Haskins. I tell you what, that man better not ever pay for a drink as long as he in Ann Arbor. I'm talking about Hassan Haskins. He better not even pay for a meal as long as he's in Ann Arbor. That man earned his. He earned whatever freebies that he gets. That man earned it. On the offensive side, man, Hassan Haskins was a beast. Man, from watching the whole entire game, man, I was up. I couldn't even sit down, bro. I just couldn't even sit down because I was like, man, Michigan is really taking it to him, man. Because I've never seen Michigan play this good against that team in so long. And for Michigan to come out the gate and they start hating, man, they start hitting Ohio State in the mouth. And I was loving every single minute of it. Man, before the game, I played the video and I played the piece in my last video, the eve before the game video that I've made, and I played a little piece of the video. It was like 2 minutes and 6 seconds in duration, and I played it. And Jim Harbaugh says, "Beat them or die trying." Man, that was so true. When Michigan went out, they played to that same mentality that they had. Beat them or die trying. And Harbaugh went out there with that team. He had that team ready, and they went out there and they battled. They really looked different. They looked like a different Michigan team from the past. Man, Michigan went in there. Michigan, look here. We got tired of hearing Ohio State talking trash about our team for the past 8 years. Oh, Ohio State, they felt they was entitled because of the previous years that they went in there and they beat us. They beat us for 8 years, and I guess they felt that it was going to be the same story. It's going to be the same story written all over again, that they was just going to come to a house. They just going to waltz into our house, and they was going to take whatever they wanted to take and triz the way they wanted to triz it, thinking that they was going to play for a Big Ten championship and go to the playoffs. They thought that same scenario was going to play out. They were sadly mistaken on Saturday. They got their butts whooped on Saturday. We hit them in the mouth. And I loved every last minute of it. Boy, I tell you what, and you think our offense was good? Let me tell you about the defense. Let me tell you about the defense, ladies and gentlemen. Two guys. That is the heart and soul of our defense. And they was our edge rushers. These two men, they better not ever pay for a drink or pay for a meal as long as they're in Ann Arbor. And these two defensive guys, and I think this one guy in particular on the defense should be in the Heisman conversation because this man's an absolute beast. This man could have left last year to go into the draft, but he said he had some unfinished business and he decided that he was going to stay for one more year. And he wanted to make sure that he left Michigan beating Ohio. And this one guy is named Aiden Hutchinson. Whoo! That guy's a freaking animal, boy. Aiden Hutchinson should be in the Heisman conversation. Right along with Hassan Haskins on the offense. 5 touchdowns against the number 2 team in the country. Whoever thought Michigan was going to play that well in the run game? He should be in a Heisman conversation. But the one more guy on our defense that he deserves his due to, and that's David Ojabo. I'm telling you, those 2 men on the defense, they are the heart and soul of our defense. They made C.J. Stroud uncomfortable. Now, C.J., he did make some throws. He did make some spectacular throws to his targets. But throughout the game, CJ was uncomfortable because of Aiden Hutchinson and because of David Ojabo. He was uncomfortable. He did not have that same flow that he had when he played the other previous opponents that they had on their schedule. Man, Aiden Hutchinson was on a mission, boy. He said he was not going to leave Ann Arbor until he finally beat OSU. And he did it. And so the final score was Michigan 42, OSU 27. Throughout that whole entire game, man, I knew before the season started that it was something special about this year's team, and I couldn't explain it, but I knew it was something special about this team. It was something special about this team. You could just feel the energy, and like I said in my previous videos, it wasn't anything negative, but it was just a weird type of it was just something weird, something special. It was just some type of weird energy, but it wasn't bad. But I just felt something different about this year's team. I tell you what, this year's Michigan team is going to be forever remembered. They are going to be in the history books. They are going to be in the history books of Michigan football. Every player that played in that game that done the Maize and Blue, they are going to be in the history books. Man, I was so proud of my boys when they came out to win, and to see all those Michigan fans storm the field. And all I saw on television was all those Michigan fans celebrate. I've never seen that at the big house for so many years. I've never seen the fans storm the field. I couldn't even see any green on the field because it was so many Michigan fans out there celebrating. Jim Harbaugh is in the positive light instead of being in the negative light. So many of his naysayers saying that Jim Harbaugh cannot beat ranked opponents, or Michigan or Jim Harbaugh is 1-5 versus Ohio. They cannot say that crap anymore. Ohio State can shut the hell up this year. They cannot say nothing about Michigan this year. Because guess what? They're the ones that's going to be at home watching Michigan playing in the Big Ten title game instead of them playing in it. Man, I am just, it was so good. It feels so good to be a Michigan Wolverine. It feels so good. Man, oh my gosh. Wow, I'm just so proud to see Michigan finally getting that monkey off their back. And it feels good to be on the right side of this rivalry, instead of Michigan being on the losing side all the time. It feels so damn good for Michigan to be on the winning side of this rivalry. And it's time for them to know what it feels like to be on the opposite side of this rivalry, instead of them winning all the time, instead of them eating steaks and lobster, eating ice cream and all that stuff. Now it's time for them to learn how to eat hot dogs, bologna sandwiches, and eating all that crap. Now it's time for them to know what it feels like to be on the losing side of the rivalry for a change. But I like what Jim Harbaugh said to his team after they won this game and they went back in the locker room. I love what Jim Harbaugh said to his players. He said, "This is only just the beginning." Man, when Jim Harbaugh told that to his players, he said, "This is just the beginning." I have hope. I'm just going to enjoy this moment and euphoria. I'm just going to enjoy this moment in we as Michigan fans, we've been deprived from having any good thing to happen to us. We've been deprived from being happy as fans. We've been deprived for so long. But man, when you finally get on the opposite side, after going through a long, dark, stinking tunnel, just to come out on the other side and to breathe fresh air, whew, man, I literally cried, man. After the game was over, I literally cried. I was emotional, man, because Michigan fans been searching for this for so long, and for Michigan to finally get the monkey off their back. Now they can leave Jim Harbaugh alone. They can stop with the get rid of, fire Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh is not going anywhere unless he decides he wants to leave. But man, I'm just going to enjoy this moment. So now, Michigan need to reset the clock. The clock has already been reset with the Michigan-Ohio rivalry game. So another 360-some days until the next time we meet. But until then, that's in the rearview mirror. So now Michigan has to be focused on the Big Ten championship game. And Michigan will be playing Iowa. And Iowa is going to be a tough team for Michigan to beat. It's something about that Iowa team that I think they're going to give Michigan all they have. And Michigan better come ready on Saturday. Michigan better get off this win with Ohio State. Yes, this is a sweet win. This is a huge win. This is a thank you, Heavenly Father win. But Michigan better, okay, that's over. This is, okay, now it's time to stop with the celebrating. Okay, get that win out of your mind, to get that win out of your thoughts, and it's time to be laser focused on Iowa. Because Iowa is standing in our way now to be in the championship, to be in the playoffs, to be in the college football playoffs. Iowa is standing in our way. And Michigan better be ready for Iowa. Because Iowa is not going to come in and think they're going to lay down for us. They are not going to lay down for us. And Michigan better come ready. Michigan better not have that hangover from this win or have an emotional hangover. We cannot afford to have an emotional hangover. Michigan better come ready on Saturday. Because Iowa going to be ready. Michigan better come ready. Because if Michigan loses, then all this mess about, and Michigan couldn't even beat Iowa. Oh, especially from the Buckeye fans. Oh yeah, they're gonna have fun with that. But it's not going to happen because I think Jim Harbaugh is going to get that team ready. I truly believe that Jim Harbaugh is going to get Michigan ready for Saturday to play in the Big Ten championship game, because Michigan knows if they win this game, when they win this game, Michigan is going to be probably either the number 2 or the number 3 in the college football playoff rankings. And so Michigan is going to be in. So this is huge for Michigan. Michigan cannot afford to have an emotional hangover from this win or have a major letdown. We cannot allow that to happen. Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Michigan to go into the playoffs and to compete for a national championship. This is Michigan's window, and Michigan better come ready. So I'm going to end this video on that note. So, like I said, hail to the victors valiant. Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines. We finally beat Ohio. We finally beat them. And now they know how it feels to hold that L and hold it close to their heart. Because they ain't going to have a choice. They got a whole year to think about how they got their asses kicked. So anyway, if you like the video, share the video. If you like my content, please hit the notification bell and you can receive more content. Help me grow. Thank you. Thank you for this video. Thank you from listening to the video. Thank you for any likes or anything that you will give. Share it. Thank you, because you're helping me grow. You're helping my channel to grow. And thank you so much. So, this is a huge win for Michigan. But like I said, we got to get ready for Iowa. We're only one win away from playing in the playoffs. So until then, this is Harry Bryan signing off. And until then, hail to the victors. Go blue, baby. Now and forever. Go blue. And until then, love y'all guys. Deuces.